September 22nd, 1989. Friday. 6:45 a.m.
I think I got it dated just fine.
Okay. Oh gosh, see how Matthew? I don't think I'd be up there, buddy. Get down. This is awesome.
We're in the area. I'll run down the list of cancellations and closings today. All Charlotte-Mecklenburg Catholic schools are closed today. Also no classes at Annapolis City, Iredell County, Hickory City, Catawba County, Conover, Elmore City schools. Chesterfield County schools are closed along with Lancaster County, Montgomery County, Resurrection Christian, Gaston County schools are closed. Westminster Christian in Rock Hill, Bible Baptist Christian in Matthews, and no school in Kings Mountain, Shelby City, or Cleveland County.
Well, it's hard to see in this little tiny lens.
You're supposed to keep his eyes up.
Central Piedmont Community College, American College, Winter College APT training today.
Ooh, they lost their roof unless it was like that anyway. University Child Development Center, UNCC is closed. Yep.
Preschool and kindergarten, Charlotte Academy, Kitty Corner Day Schools, Gregory
Hey, look, the whole car. The front of their car's
Child
gone.
Development Center, Victory Christian Daycare in Matthews, Pineville Nazarene, and Paul Pines Child Care
kidding.
Center
That
is
was already
closed,
like
but it
that.
will reopen when the roads are passable. 1 hour late, we've got two schools that are in that category. York County District 1 and Clover District 2 will be starting 1 hour late. As far as businesses go, Technographic, Sprint World, and Monroe, no first shift. Equitable Life Insurance on Morris Boulevard is
I'd say there's a tree or two down. Look at that roof. God almighty.
Man.
Maryland Casualty opens at 10 o'clock. BASF Structural Materials is closed. GE Capital Retailer Financial Services
take no damage. What?
Again, Brady Coal Center is open
Did
here
you
in
zoom
Charlotte.
in?
Is shelter provided by the Red Cross. There are
Did you zoom
that are there.
in?
They
I
do
said
have
good. I did not
flashlights,
zoom
they do
in.
have
I got it
toiletries, they
all,
do
but I
have food,
didn't
they do
zoom
have
in.
coffee, but they don't
deal.
have electricity. So if you're looking for a shelter to go to sit around and enjoy the light, forget it.
Wait for the sun to come up.
And it sounds like, from what we can tell, most of Charlotte is without power.
175,000 customers, according to Duke Power. This message just handed to me. 175,000 customers of Duke Power in Charlotte-Mecklenburg are without power. And friends, they ain't all going to be back by 3 o'clock this afternoon.
You got that right. The other thing, I've been talking with people around the city.
By coming that way?
Trees are down everywhere. So if you're trying to get anywhere, for example, a major intersection, if you're coming up from Matthews, 51 and Monroe Road is closed. They've got 2 trees that went down on power lines there and the traffic signals. But if you try to come up Independence, as you said earlier, Don, that's not a good route either because of signs are blown down, trees are down, and all over the city, tree limbs are down on the roads. Trees have been uprooted. I just called my neighbors to see if our house was okay and found out that trees are down just about everywhere. And if you had anything outside, even flowers been ripped right out of the ground.
Yeah.
It's just nothing that was not tied down lasted. And one guy called, he said he has a digital wind thermometer, or whatever they call those things. Anemometer. And he said he checked it at 4 o'clock and it was reading 80 miles an hour. So he went out there a little bit later to check it, and it was
Tree alert,
gone.
tree alert.
It flew away. It actually blew away his anemometer.
Good
So
God.
that's how strong the winds were. It was so strong that it blew it away. But another lady called up and said she has a little birdhouse hanging on her balcony, and it's still there.
Good heavens. The winds have picked up again here at the station. I just went out and checked out the back door. And most of the trees that are surrounding the area around back are down. One is just splintered and broken in half. And the winds have picked up again here, and the rain is still coming down. So even though it's supposed to dissipate somewhat within the next 40 minutes or so, by no means is it safe to go out yet.
And it won't be for pretty much the remainder of the day. I mean, we just can't caution you enough that you need to stay indoors. And if you have no necessity, no need to get outside, don't, because even if it's clear in your neighborhood, 50 feet down the road, there could be a tree across
the road, which also would cause problems. We've also received a lot of phone calls from people who are concerned about what's happening on the coast. And we had Jim Barrows report a little bit ago from Georgetown. And we've been talking with people in the Charleston area. That was the area hit the hardest. The storm came ashore just before midnight, and much of Charleston received heavy damage, roofs being torn off, buildings being flattened along the beaches. And they are now just getting out because daylight is just arriving, and they're now just finding out just how devastating that damage was in Charleston, and also finding out if there have been any injuries or fatalities. But since our electricity is out, we are not able to get wire service reports in, so we're kind of restricted as to the information we have regarding fatalities or injuries in the Charleston area. I would not be surprised if there were some injuries, because there were some apartment complexes that were flattened, also a hospital that was flattened in the wind. At least 140 miles an hour in parts of Charleston when the storm came ashore last night.
And reports of severe damage to a lot of different buildings down there as well. I think out of the 90 major buildings, a third of them have been damaged. What's that say right there?
We do have a report of a fatality here in the Charlotte area. A 6-month-old child died. The child was in a crib. The tree crashed through the roof. This was in Union County near Monroe. This is the first fatality that we have in the Charlotte area from Hurricane Hugo. And as I was just saying, I would not be surprised if we have more reports of injuries and possibly even more deaths along the coast. Now that authorities are just getting to those scenes, the light is just beginning to come up, and they're able to get to the areas
looking pretty good over here.
Good heavens, this is truly
there?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to keep you posted throughout the day here on
looks
WBC and throughout the morning.
empty. Something looks like it's gone.
We'll pass along to you. Needless to say, even, you know, if you do not have to go out today, don't. Excuse me, I see the winds are definitely picking back up again here, James Key. I can see it through the wind. I was wondering if maybe the water creates like a wall of water to the point that it's known as the storm surge. That's the surge, okay. So obviously, wind-driven water in X number of miles at 130 miles an hour, I mean, there's nothing going to stand in its way. I mean, it's like a brick wall going at 130 miles an hour.
The storm surge was 10 to 15 feet above normal tide level, and the storm also came in about an hour before high tide.
Golly.
So, things were unimaginable down in Charleston.
We got trees down ahead.
We'll hear Sharon Shovel has come into the studio once again for our latest update.
Well, you don't have to go to Lamazia. You're getting your exercise walking back and forth into this room to the control room. What have you got?
Need the exercise, I think. Well, we've been speaking with the folks in Union County, North Carolina, and they say that, yes, they do have reports of a 6-month-old baby boy who was killed when a tree crashed into his parents' home. The child was apparently sleeping in the crib at the time. They have dispatched ambulances to the scene and are taking the child to the hospital, but at this point they do understand that the child did not survive. This is in the southwestern part of Union County, in the Westland Chapel of Community. At this point, they are not releasing a name because they have not confirmed it as a death. They have to wait till the child is brought into the hospital. Union County officials describe it simply as massive destruction. Trees have crushed houses and mobile homes. Major power lines are down. Most of the roads are blocked. They do have 5 shelters open, and they say lots of people are there. They don't have a head count at this point, but lots of people are there. Another problem they're having in Union County is that the fire departments are blocked in to the fire stations because of downed trees, and so they're saying, we hope we don't have any major fires because our fire departments won't be able to get out. If they do, they're going to have to bring chainsaws and saw their way through the logs first in order to get out. A couple more closings that we have to add to the list. Mechanics and Farmers Bank, they will open at 11 o'clock this morning. Kemper Insurance at 11 o'clock. The Internal Revenue Service office is closed today.
Hallelujah.
Good. April 15th, they won't be closed. Probably don't have a hurricane that day either.
Anybody's ever getting to there this morning. What else is closed?
And I tried calling down to Charleston, and it's about the same thing that I was experiencing around 2 o'clock this morning. The operator recorded message comes on saying that your call is very good. You can have to leave the call because of the hurricane. I mean, they have a special message just saying the hurricane. And earlier I did talk with the folks in Charleston, but apparently the phone lines are down again. They're having some real problems in the Charleston area, so we're trying to figure out if there have been any fatalities or injuries in Charleston and just how bad
I think we got a little damage here.
Uproot it. And I think you have been mentioning
a little damage here in Charlotte.
Every school possible that's on the list.
Oh, look, home of the camper. Camper smash, camper smash.
The major private schools and public
camper
schools in Charlotte, Mecklenburg.
Did you watch the news last night at 11 o'clock? You see those people on the beach?
No one's
that guy there.
I think I'm the last one here on the beach.
Get off me.
Bill Walker last one.
Said they would be starting
I'm having trouble standing.
I'll stay as long as I can.
Oh, I know.
We'll try to stay here as long as I can hold out.
As long as I can make it.
Like, we didn't leave, fool.
You gotta get out of there, man. We know it's a hurricane.
What you went on, criminal?
So
Oh, what ruinage? On house. Crash. Damage to the house. Damage to the house.
do it at this point without electricity.
The only line that you hear ringing in the background is we have a hotline that comes into our studio, and it rings. I want to say comes
Uh-oh, uprootage down here. Major tree foliage.
On the house again.
On the house. Boy, we got some.
I tell you, that tree's on the house.
With information, so that's the phone you hear ringing.
Y'all can have it. It's on the house.
Open to the
Oh,
public.
they got that garage door. They can't get out.
That's our hotline, and that's the one.
But we got some crazy nut here, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, he's
He's,
walking.
Got a hacksaw. He's sawing them
They
up.
just light up is what they do. They don't make a noise.
Oh, that's the wool man.
So ones, they don't light up, obviously, when you don't have electricity. And in the newsroom, they normally make a noise.
Hey, this is going to New York Tonight, live news.
When there's no electricity.
There's no electricity. So at this point, we're
Did he
doing
wave?
our best
I don't
to
know.
apologize
No,
for folks
he
who are
didn't.
calling in, trying to
It's
get us
sort of like, get out
cancellation
on the neighborhood.
notices, and they say, well, they're not
People
answering
what?
their phone. We
Oh,
apologize.
trees
We are doing
down.
our best to answer the
Oh,
phone,
let's
but
get
we
out from
can't
under this
always
big
tell when
daddy
it's
on
raining,
case he
even if we
breaks.
could. Sometimes we're very
Didn't
busy
think
answering
about
the
that
phone.
stuff.
Also,
What?
we're getting a lot of
Big
calls
Daddy,
from radio stations
Partial
all
tree
across
breakage
the
every
country as they have heard that this is a very
Man,
destructive
what
storm, and they're
happened?
wondering about the damage. I even got a call from a station in
Trash
Havana,
bagging you
Cuba,
on the
Radio Progreso, wondering what's going on here because they're interested in what's happening with the storm.
Oh, okay, doke.
Thank you very much, Sharon. We'll get more updates as they become available.
That's right.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sharon.
I'd say we had a
We're
little
going to check in with NBC
hurricane
Radio
action.
Network News here at the top of the hour and get the latest from their people. I'm sure they have folks stationed throughout the area, so we'll bring you that.
What are they doing?
Gosh, what else, James K?
Tell you to go
Anything
back.
to sell here, Clay, before we get to the news? I'm sure we always do. Thank
Go
God
back
for you
home.
sponsors out
Must
there.
be a wire line.
Gosh knows we appreciate you. It's 2 minutes until 8 here at WBT.
So you say the last thing you want to buy is a new refrigerator, washer, or dryer? Well, guess what?
One road and one will fall behind you, and then you're trapped in here. Lady out there in her bathroom.
Potty John upside down.
Potty John upside down.
It's going back to New York, live news. Can you tell us about the damage?
Just about a minute away from 8 o'clock here at WBT. Russell and Flint, good morning to you. You might be into what Tuesday got to go. Hopefully it's not blowing in the wind. Black water. There you go.
Where we at?
Take a route.
We're on Storehouse Road.
The Storehouse
Or
Road?
you can take the right or left, either one.
Look at that rain blowing, would you?
Yeah, go left. He comes back out on the bargain.
Still getting a few gusts. Nothing like last night, though.
Oh, God. That's extreme.
I might have gotten that on film.
I know, really.
Okay, keep on going straight.
Thank you, Noah of all
Plain
neighborhoods.
Jane there. That
So
house.
thank you, Miss Noah of all neighborhoods.
Hey, baby, I get around.
Sure you did.
Looking pretty.
I've seen Duke Power guys working to fix this stuff.
Guys would love to be able to fly. Saying, woo, we get to fly again.
Tree splittage.
Splittage. Uh-oh.
Roof damage. Oh, no.
Roof damage.
Roof damage. Did you see that for the insurance company purposes? We can rent this tape out.
Oh,
Make
look at this big windows.
We can make plenty of money on this for the insurance company. Uh-oh, we got some barn activity here.
Oh, yeah, made.
Go this way.
There's a power line down right there in the road.
Is it?
Not
Yep,
behind us.
sure was.
Well, we ain't going that way. See, I made the right decision. I turned left.
Take it all out there. Please click back and forth. You turn that heat off, brother?
No, not if I want the window to stay clear, Shell. Roll your window down a little bit.
I got it down.
Oh, look at that big mess.
Good morning, it is 8:02. This is WBT.
Roof damage.
Charlotte. It's Russell
Oh,
Flynn.
in the road line. trying to go over that live wire in the road.
No, we ain't in.
It won't hurt you. Will it?
Not in the car.
Huh?
Not in the car, it ain't, unless it's hanging down.
We couldn't find out. Okay, it's on tape, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it. The big.
Our last wheeling test.
Let me get a pic of y'all real quick, Dave.
Oh, another big gust coming up.
Get a pic of me.
Oh, it's affecting the car.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
I don't know if you should go over or not, man.
All right, I want to get a pic of it. Okay, there it is. Power line, ladies and gentlemen, in the road.
Are you serious? You're going over?
Here it goes.
Oh.
Cards.
It got real warm in here for about 2 seconds.
Uh-oh. We're losing control. Oh.
Take that big block around your mom's house.
What big block?
You know the road over here, take a left, go around the block.
Yes, sir. I think we ought to go through our neighborhood. I mean, not ours, but that other one next to ours.
Or Large Station?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah, they got a lot of trees, I'm sure it is.
Annual Fall Flashback 89. The Charlotte Shag Club Fall Flashback is an annual big 3-day event with lots of food, drink, and of course, plenty of dancing. So come join the fun September 29th, 30th, and
Oh, ain't bad.
October 1st. And be sure to register for trip tickets.
Whoa, gotta watch that tree there.
Well, we got the new obstacle course open now.
If an event you won't want to miss. For further details,
Grand Prix at Farwood.
8350. That's 525-8350.
Oh, right. Big lead.
Oh, somebody's mailbox.
Ask Dr. Q when the last time they had one of these in San Francisco was. It's been quite some time. We heard they had an earthquake yesterday.
They got Quaker
Yeah, it
news.
was up south. I was talking to Joe.
Oh, you talked to her?
Yes.
Did it? Is near there or what?
Look at those trees.
Do you think, did they get an earthquake in Sacramento yesterday, Zoo?
I think so. I think it was up, down south.
It's pretty strong, Zoo. Nothing like this one, though.
No, strong storms.
Maybe not today. No.
Ooh, it's broken trees.
Off until Saturday and Sunday if I were you.
Damage them.
Damages is
Go down to Mr. Peck's house. Isn't he down here on the left?
Irba?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down here on the left side.
Focusing on his house.
Houses. Oh, here we are in the middle of it.
Here was going to my head right before you said it. That's the best way to describe what it looks like. I'm uptown right now, and as I look at the first union building and the
Tree up it, almost up it.
42-story building,
Damage.
blown out, just have
History.
That's
some
wild.
of the front windows of buildings are blown out. The glass spread up to the sidewalks, newspaper boxes blown over that are chained down and so forth. Of course, the
Hey, nice of you to drop in on us.
entire trees are blown down. Power lines that are down.
Arb's Peck's house.
A couple in the uptown. Those
Damage them.
Damage them on Arb's house.
blocking standing water out on Independence Boulevard virtually.
There's a power line down there, babe.
Alright.
Nope. Staying away from that, Sir.
Stay away from that.
Was on a Taiwan same situation there. So again, even at this point, do not come outside, stay home, and I would stay there at least through the morning.
Yeah, at least through the morning, stay home.
Alrighty, are you, can you, and are you going to try to survey some of the other areas in town? Yeah, I've been out to Independence Boulevard as far as Alabama, Wilkinson, out towards Little Rock. It's pretty much the same story wherever you go. Independence, where there is the construction area, Eastway, those construction barrels, probably been a good idea to bring those in.
Look at, they're all bowed. All the trees are bowed.
Everywhere.
On the
job.
Roadway out that way.
They should have done that.
There's a driveway right here. You can't even get in and out of it.
The biggest problem is tree limbs and the entire trees. And as I said before, one on Moorhead right by you guys on Settle Avenue is blocking the entire roadway there. Morningside is unpassable because of tree limbs. Monroe Road and last look between Stardust and Rama you cannot get through because trees are just stretched across. Some were chopped in half and laid down. Some were totally uprooted right out of the ground. Traffic is 2 words apart. That is right. There are cars out here, unbelievably enough.
Tree brokerage in the house.
Give me a opinion of it. I would say just stay home.
Uh-oh, the wires.
There's nothing out here that you could go to anyhow. Nothing is open that I've seen.
Those phone wires.
Phone man, he's a busy guy today.
To make the call as to whether or not to open for business today.
Because I'm sick.
Employees report from work. When you're advised to forget it. Forget it.
Want to cruise on neighborhood?
Time at this
Golly, look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
We ain't got our neighbors.
Absolutely for no reason to go
You already got it?
Okay. Thank you
You
very
got
much.
on film.
Okay.
Check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Turn her off.
These people right here lost fence up there. They ran to put a pool in their backyard, second house on the left. They lost that fence.
Well, wait a second.
Ooh, lost that vent some.
There we go. All righty. Now here we are.
They
Here
were
we
just
go.
putting it up,
Good
too.
morning once again, Joe. All right, guys.
Oh, big tree down.
All right.
outside.
Well, what's left of Hugo now, the low pressure system looks like it's southwest of Hickory right now.
617, it can't be.
Northward at a pretty good clip, about 30 miles an hour.
There's the clock right there.
And conditions in Charlotte and Mecklenburg County are
What?
Your man's got that polka dot house.
highest wind gusts
Kinda.
were about 55 miles an hour. And
Roofage.
that's progress.
Major.
And,
Ooh,
there
major roof
looks like that will
damage.
continue to
Look
be
at
the
this on
trend as
film
we go
right
through the morning.
Yeah, it's probably too
We're starting
dark.
to think now the threat of tornadoes is also over as far as the immediate Charlotte area is
It's,
concerned.
about
And that kind of threat has
11.
shifted on northward. I must mention we do remain in a tornado watch. But we're kind of thinking
Ooh,
that
got some
kind of
broken
thing
tree
has
action on the top.
Landed on top of the house.
There were a couple of tornadoes earlier on in the morning, as you very well know.
They sure
It
got
does
their
look like the worst of the storm is now over, and we're on into the tapering off phase.
little antenna on the ground.
Antenna action.
Ooh, tree on the house back eight.
Tree on the house back
Back
at.
house back eight.
We're still going to have wind gusts in the 50 mile per hour
Can't see
category.
it from here.
Can't see it.
Maybe even a few between 50 and 60.
We'll stop by on the way
By
back.
10 to 11 o'clock, we
Got
should
the
be
thatching
below
down over
50.
there.
And then during the afternoon, we actually expect the sun to break through the clouds.
Down to thatching.
The highest wind gusts may be about 30 miles an hour, and the diminishing will continue tonight.
Where's Daddy? Right there.
Where?
Daddy right there in that car.
What has happened here in Charlotte. But I mean, Charlotte, one of the most beautiful cities in the United States.
I'll
mainly
stop and
because
say,
of
hey,
the
ask me
trees.
what's damage
We're
done.
known for our trees. People move here, and that's the first thing they comment about is the beautiful trees in our city.
Morning.
Damage.
More roof
Hey,
damage.
look, all the lawn furniture's all piled up in a big pile.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hear Bill Off got a collection of lawn furniture.
Storm in that period of time.
Look, everybody's out now. Well, that's the funniest thing is in shorts and a raincoat.
Yeah, that's probably true. Joe, do you have any kind of an idea of how much rainfall we've had, let's say, in the last 24 hours?
Is that a guy or a girl?
I don't know.
Douglas
Hard to
International Airport, we had 2
It
and
was
a
hard
quarter
to
inches
tell.
of rain.
He must wax his legs.
That's all things considered, that's pretty good.
A goalpost got bent up.
Did it? Ooh, look at the goalpost action, ladies and gentlemen. On this,
The big truck is still standing.
on the,
Probably wind up somewhere.
that's the man to bring the bread home right there.
What?
Will's pole too. It's leaning.
So is this porch light.
But see, I think our little thing I built helped ours.
Our
didn't it?
house is, wood looks so wet, it looks soggy.
A lot of it's rain at the stomach.
Guy, your backyard looks.
My man's back there in the back.
We got some shingles loose too, but
Oops.
Virginia,
Did we?
West Virginia,
Yeah, I saw 'em
even
flapping.
into eastern Ohio,
Down this tree action. Now there's gonna be so much roofing stuff going on.
Storm is moving
yeah,
so
you know, they
far
can
west.
be rich.
I mean, it's going to move up.
Yeah, but your insurance will pay for it, won't they? So if you need a new roof, go ahead and get it now. There's a brave soul braving the weathers with just a cane in himself.
Cities along the eastern seaboard
Could be a down limb, not a cane.
This time
They are,
around.
that's pretty
Washington,
bad,
Baltimore,
bad.
they're going to get
Yep.
some showers. They could get 1 inch to 2 inches
Our big
of rain.
tree's
They're going
gone.
to get some wind gusts, maybe
Looking like a
30,
mess
40
in the
miles per
backyard.
hour.
It does.
It is a
No
mess.
big deal. And the
There's
same
some lawn
also goes
furniture
for New
collection
York State.
there.
That's Will
They'll
and
get some
Gail's.
showery
Is it?
rain
Yeah, no, I
tonight,
recognize
maybe 1
that.
inch or 2,
So
and
is
they
this
can get
right
We
here?
have
gusty
some
winds.
lawn
But
furniture
they're certainly
collection
not
here. Oh,
going to get
got the
kind of
goalpost
furious
bandage a little bit.
and devastating
More
storm
down, I
that
think it
struck
was.
around here and, of course, at the Carolina
just
coast.
leaning.
What are things like in the mountains? It's raining and it's windy. The storm is worse
See, here's
here
the
than it
pole
was
that's
in the
down on
mountains.
the front porch
In
right
Asheville,
on the
I guess the
left.
highest wind gusts probably were in the 30 to 50 mile per hour category, but there are a lot of trees
Almost
down
now.
through
think the
Probably
South
on Smile
Carolina and I'm
Tell
sure
if they
also
go out and
western
get
North
spring.
Carolina.
The tree just nabbed it.
Bad. Now look where it fell, right between the
One
two
thing,
holes.
other thing that we ought to mention, with all the talk about Hugo, there is another pretty significant weather change coming this weekend. And autumn arrives this evening at 9:22. Yep, 9:20.
Oh, beating back there,
9:20
too.
this evening, autumn, and it also looks like a cold front will be coming not much later than that. That front should bring a couple of showers or thunderstorms.
That tree barely missed their
And then
car.
it looks like Sunday into Monday will be a
I want to go
very
down. Remember that house I
with
wanted?
daytime
With that big
high
giant tree?
60s and
What if that big
low
giant
70s
tree
and nighttime
fell?
lows
Yeah,
well
I
down
know.
into the 50s. Can you
Yeah,
put
I got on
it
there
on
too.
together and
Look
give
at
us
the barely
sort
missed
of
that
an
car.
official forecast
What are
that
they?
we
can...
There's one behind this house up here. Upper is right back there.
Tornado watch also until noon, but again, AccuWeather believes the threat of tornadoes has now shifted on to areas north of Charlotte. And it's hurricane.
Well, I can't believe though they got lucky or what.
Conditions will improve today. Still very windy this morning with rain tapering to showers. Highest wind gusts from here on. Probably 50 to maybe 60 miles per hour. And the sun will break through the clouds and the wind will diminish this afternoon. High temperature about 82. Partly cloudy with only a light breeze. Tonight low about 70.
Hey, dude,
mixed clouds.
you on your porch or something?
Could be a shower, thunderstorm, high 84. Sunshine and cool on Sunday, high about 72.
Golly, it's hard to believe that Sunday is gone. I guess if you sort of took a bird's eye view of it or looked up without having looked down, it's going to look magnificent.
Let's hope so.
Got it on film already.
Thanks a million, my friend.
We'll be in touch.
All right, we'll talk to you probably again in about
Film Zoom.
5 minutes.
No, not film Zoom, video Zoom.
Thank you, Joe. It's,
Look at their lawn furniture all in one pile.
Oh, there's Johnny Copster.
They probably put it in one pile. They probably put it in one pile.
Cop's coming back to pull you.
Could you get out of the road, please?
Oh man,
This morning they did. Didn't they say something else this morning?
Turn it down again on the sound. Yeah, he did.
Boy,
They already
look at
started
this.
chopping, it looks
They sure
like,
did.
Slice-matic.
Nah, this is looking like
tornado.
tornado
Yeah, I
rations.
think so. Look how it just zip, 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 zip.
Oh,
This
somebody's
tree's
they're cutting away already. Who's got the chainsaw out? Tell that lady to put the chainsaw down.
Get out the road, boy.
Excuse me, ma'am, we're trying to drive.
So many people were so lucky that these trees fell not in the house inside of it. It's stupid, I reckon. She came here near.
Everybody's looking at us like, God, I can't believe they're filming that. Videos a minute.
Where the hurricane hit. I tried driving down towards Charleston and realized that the situation was such that I wouldn't have enough gas to get out of the area because all the gas stations are closed. In fact, everything is closed because there's no power anywhere around.
Do like they did
They won't let people
Puerto Rico or wherever, just go get you some.
Assessing the damage up around that area.
Help yourself.
And we really still don't have any information from any of the barrier islands other than the fact that they took a very hard hit.
I think that big tree's gone, Skipper. I don't see it. Oh yeah, there it is.
At least that's giving people an opportunity to see what happened. It's still fairly windy, although there's no more rain, and there is some blue sky in the area. But the damage is extreme. Georgetown, though, seems to have taken, for the most part, superficial damage.
Check out here on the left.
There's no power anywhere in the city. As far as I drove in both directions, there was no power. That's the situation that exists up and down the coast of South Carolina. There's not really a good place to be along the South Carolina coast. Myrtle Beach is, according to the stations I've been listening to out of Myrtle Beach, off limits to everyone, keeping everyone out of Myrtle Beach. Again, you can't get onto Pawleys Island, the Isle of Palms, and Sullivan's Island are apparently devastated by the storm. So the coastal area of South Carolina is just, it's a no man's land. And we're really having to rely on police sources, and they're pretty much tied up with just trying to keep people out of the area because people are out driving around now. Sightseers, obviously people who didn't have...
I can't believe there'd be sightseers out.
Seeing how much of a problem everybody else has. And so they're pretty much taken up just trying to control...
What would they be looking at?
And
Do you think that some of the TV stations that have a helicopter will be able to fly in there when it clears up a little bit?
I'm sure somebody will get in there soon. How soon you'll get those pictures, anybody's guess.
Well, as soon as we get back to the station.
Well, let's hit that car, didn't it? Boom! You know that sucker weighed a ton. Look how big that pine tree is. Snapped right in half and landed. Look where it landed right behind that.
All their shingles are messed up on the
It's
edge.
cleared up. It's a little windy, but it's only partly cloudy right now. I did run into some Isle of Palms residents who were staying in Georgetown, and they were asking me if I'd heard anything. So they obviously have no inside lines to anyone. And when I told them what I'd heard, they just kind of looked away.
One other question, Jim, and this is something that arose on the Virgin Islands.
They looked away, or they kind of looked away?
They kind of
Any
looked
problems
away.
with
But then they looked.
Maybe they were just
especially
cross-eyed.
like in Charleston, there were so many places that were flattened or torn apart and windows knocked out. Is that going to be a problem with people trying to rip off those businesses?
I got guys look like that all over the neighborhood.
It might be a problem. I know when I was out driving around, I went out to one location.
That one roof just gone,
And,
man. Look at that.
It was Georgetown County Airport. As a matter of fact, that all the planes apparently been flown out, but people parked their cars there. And I was the only one around, and
tornado, because it sure was bad, all that one little strip.
What's the deal with their roof here, man? That happened last night and they had to patch it up.
Must be leaking. Shingles are gone.
So, as we wrap up here, do you think that sometime later today you'll be able to get to Charleston? Or you think it's
Imagine having to get up on your roof last night and you put a tarp on it?
immediate business there?
Well,
He did that
She's probably gone. He's probably gone.
getting out would be a problem because there's no way to really fuel up.
Like the house,
So I could go down there, but I'd have to be prepared to stay there for a while. Because really, you don't think about all these things until you're actually out there going, well, how am I going to fill up my tank? And believe me, there are no gas stations that are open right now because people are really too busy surveying the damage and there's no power, so the pumps probably wouldn't work. So yeah, I could get down there and I could probably see what was going on and possibly get back up here for a report, but I might be useless again.
Oh, on the power lines.
I don't know your background that well, so
Get under them before they bust.
Just transfer in the call. Alrighty, is it there? Alrighty. Okay, H.
Charles,
Here we go.
Charles.
Brian.
Yeah, this is Brian Thompson.
White shot.
Good morning, Brian. Don Russell, James K. Flynn here. Gosh, Brian, paint us the picture, pal. What does it look like down there?
Well, you want a painted picture? I'm looking at Rainbow Row right now with roofs peeled off, with trees down. You know, I think everybody's familiar with Rainbow
It's been a traumatic storm.
Famous Porgy and Bess down here. And, boy, I tell you, if you want irony, there's a boarded up doorway at the front end of Rainbow Row, and guess what it says on it? No, Hugo.
Oh, my gosh.
You couldn't be more wrong down here. You know, we're just finding out for us down here in Charleston, we thought we had the big story, and we're finding out how
Who are you pretending to talk to if the phone ain't even working?
It's working for a minute.
Hey, Greg, you see the new white sharks?
The fruit things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had one?
Not yet.
Greg, try one of those.
And there's Shelby,
Your face the white as the
Cooking our post-hurricane breakfast.
a hurricane of a meal.
hurricane of a mirror.
Notice the gas. It comes in handy during the power outage.
This is the worst hurricane that I've ever been in. I've been in a lot of hurricanes, but this is without a doubt the worstest that I've ever been in. It's the worstest.
And you also can fade in and out on that too.
It's really the worstest zoom hurricane, zoom, that I've ever been in. Zoom.
Where'd be the fade so I can do
Where's
the
the
key?
fade?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's-
zoom.
There's the
You
fade.
It's the
found it,
worstest zoom.
Let me do the key,
The key.
quattro key.
Fade. Boss man, boss man, boss.
Those salt.
Text Grandma she wants the rest of it since nobody else can.
Like bacon
Hey,
anyway.
whoa,
Hey,
give me a piece of
like
that.
bacon? Bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. You like bacon?
Resort area down there, they're gone.
Greg, you sure you have enough light coming through that thing? Zoom.
Yeah.
A bacon zoom. Pretty good bacon zoom.
Kiowa's gone, they said, Jay.
Kiowa's gone, Jim Ray. There is no more Kiowa. Zoom.
Hey, plate empty. Grandma eats all bacon because it's her she makes. Hurts the
Take this in here to your dad, man.
See?
Get out of here.
See, look. Weatherbox.
Matthew, we'll give this to your dog.
Not anyway. You ever tried regular bacon?
Batter your eyes.
What?
Matthew,
Down for they eat, man.
Matthew, come here, give this to your dog. This little piece.
Be careful in believing some information down here. We haven't actually seen
like food. Take a picture of Sadie over there. She left. Ready, feet.
There you go. A little snack there before breakfast. Breakfast snacks.
The will responsible for our nourishment.
Too much greasage.
Good for the cholesterol.
What, drain it off?
Good for the cholesterol. That's good for your cholesterol, you know.
Yeah. Make it get higher and higher. We like cholesterol.
What happened there?
I'm gonna cook this whole pack of bacon. Yeah, Matt. What's be wrong with you, boy?
Hey, she's making the robot.
Absolutely not. Okay, it was a false rumor. Unfortunately, it got on some of the news wires. It did not happen. All the hospitals here are intact and operating, including Trident Hospital. I think that's a very important point to make, if you don't mind.
Yes, indeed.
Flooding conditions also present throughout the county, and crews are out there now trying, both city crews and county crews, making an effort to free up the drainage system so that the water does run off. Fortunately, the rain stopped now, so that should gradually alleviate some.
I guess what they'll do first is get the trees and everything off the main road.
CBS.
The Templeton Auto Center has made it worth your trip to North Wilkesboro, no matter where you live in the Piedmont, the Charlotte area, Virginia, or Tennessee, as we put red tags like this on every car and truck, showing the retail price and our everyday discount price. It's a no-hassle way to buy. The price you see is the price you pay on every Olds, Cadillac, Pontiac, Nissan, and Dodge. If you live over 50 miles from us and want to spend the night, we'll pay your motel bill, whether you buy or not. Call us 838-3167 or come to Templeton Auto Center in North Wilkesboro.
Excuse me, sir. Can you guess which of these headache powders has more pain reliever? Is it A, B, or C? BC. I'm sorry, but you can only pick one headache powder. Oh, I did. BC has more pain reliever. Now, you can't combine B and C. You can only choose one.
BC, the headache powder with more pain reliever than Goodies, more than Standback.
Oh, you mean BC. You're not from around here, are you? I didn't think so.
Stand on any corner, walk down any street. You can see that something's coming. Charlotte feels the heat.
Ooh, everybody's looking forward, anticipation's high, and anything can happen in the blink of an eye.
Get ready for BTV. We're ready. Here come the 90s. Are you ready today? It's a whole new game. I'm ready. BTV is coming like a runaway train. Get ready for me. Come on. Let's get ready.
Get ready already.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Get ready for WBTV Channel 3.
Terry Mooney, on your side. The following WBTV News special is brought to you by your local Carolina Ford dealer. WBTV News presents the sights and sounds of Hurricane Hugo.
Absolutely devastated.
Thought one of the trees would probably fall and hit our house. Or
It was like a napalm bomb went off.
Everybody actually need help.
all by order of the governor.
I've just declared a state of disaster for the city.
Good evening. I'm Bob Inman along with Sarah James and the sights and sounds of a terrible moment in history.
Bob, it's arguably the single biggest event ever in the Carolinas' history, certainly the biggest natural disaster.
It began as a gathering of storm clouds in the warm waters over the eastern Atlantic just off the coast of Africa. Within a fairly short time, it had a name, Hugo, but it was 2 weeks before that glitch in the weather became the howling fury that changed the landscape of both Carolinas. In the next hour, we not only want to create the sights and sounds of what Hugo did to us, but also the human story of how we reacted, how we coped, how we became neighbors. First, the storm itself and the first evidence of its awesome power days before we ever got hit.
The Carolinas got a preview of this mighty storm when it slammed into the Caribbean September 17th and 18th, and the picture wasn't pretty.
For vacationers, the Caribbean islands are a place to get away from it all, but there was no getting away from Hurricane Hugo. Early on, we knew this was a killer storm. Hugo savaged the U.S. Virgin Islands, packing 130-mile-an-hour winds with a 10-foot tidal surge. Throughout the region, at least 25 people died. Tens of thousands were left homeless. Streets were full of water, but there was precious little to drink. St. Croix was typical. Power and phone lines out everywhere, with months to go before life is back to normal.
First things we would probably need would be staple foods. We would need some type of generating power, radio transmitters, the basic things. Water will be a big problem.
Here in the Carolinas, people struggled to get in touch with their loved ones. Grady Waycaster learned his daughter and son-in-law survived on their boat, but the storm still seemed far away. Hugo next struck Puerto Rico. Early estimates put the property damage at more than $40 million.
My crew and I sure know how to make this baby go fast, but your Carolina Ford dealers sure know how to make these #1 selling trucks go even faster, especially now during the Ford Truck Month clearance. First, you add a factory option package that'll save you over $2,700 on this F-150. Then you slap on either special financing or $500 cash back from Ford. Finally, you top it all off with a super Ford Truck Month clearance discount from your Carolina Ford dealer. Hey, with those kind of savings, they gotta go fast.
The thick, rich taste you love. But sometimes, some days, you're in the mood for something a little bit tangy, a little bit kicky, a little bit spicy. Yeah, Heinz 57 sauce. It's like ketchup with a kick.
The average shoe commercial costs $100,000. This Pick and Pay women's shoe commercial costs slightly less. So you won't see special effects, movie stars, beautiful scenery. All you will see is Pick and Pay women's shoes. Shoes that used to be $14.99 and are now $9.99. Or 2 pairs for $19. Look, Pick and Pay would spend more on this, but wouldn't you rather have a great sale? Pick and Pay. Our everyday low prices will knock you off your feet.
State Farm realizes Hurricane Hugo has been devastating in our area. Due to an electronic phone malfunction, some calls are not ringing through to our offices. If you've had trouble reaching us, come by your State Farm agent's office. If temporary repairs are necessary, have them done, and we'll include the cost in your settlement. We've assembled a special disaster team from across the country to give you the prompt, personalized, good neighbor service you deserve. Your State Farm agents appreciate your patience and cooperation. Thank you.
6 a.m., Folly Beach, South Carolina. Hurricane Hugo leaves a calling card. This time, just a short downpour, but he'll be back. And James Island is already flooding. Police officer Tom Marshall gets a call for help. It's simple, just putting a hardtop on a Jeep. He worries about the calls police will get if residents don't leave soon.
Heading out. You can't see nothing.
We'll be out of here within the hour, and I appreciate your help.
At first light, it's easy to see the problem. There's just one way off of James Island, this bridge. The situation's the same on other barrier islands. Phil McClellan saw what Hurricane David did in '79 and fears Hugo will be much worse.
Whole top floor blew off.
As the waves offshore get bigger, the surfers can't resist.
We're evacuating as quickly as we can.
Just a few last-minute details to attend to.
Yeah, we have to clean up the beach first, and then we'll leave.
Folly is known as a family beach, and that means that no family member gets excluded, even if it can be tricky to pack the pet cat. And while almost everyone has left Folly Beach by afternoon, there are a few people who plan to tough it out. Bob Sturtz wants to stay, his wife wants to go.
I'm hoping before it's over with, we'll say sayonara out of here, but I'll stand by him.
You know, they call this place Folly Beach.
Yeah, folly, because of folly being foolishness.
Does that apply to you?
Oh, of course.
When the rain stops briefly, it's hard to believe there will be a hurricane. But locals say they know this calm and the fury that comes next.
As the winds began to pick up, businessmen worked hard to protect their shops, boarding up the windows, putting sandbags at the front door, trying to be optimistic.
We overdue for one. Maybe it won't be that bad. But most businessmen are resigned to the fact that there will be damage in this area, especially to the street-level shops. They are not built up as many homes are in this area. If there is flooding, the street-level shops will feel the brunt of it.
Everyone was urged by emergency officials to head for higher ground. Students at the College of Charleston were loaded on buses on their way to Columbia to get out of Hugo's path.
These are the last students left in our dormitories. The rest went home by their own means.
Those not able to head out of town went to a nearby evacuation center. That's where Margaret Green's family plans to ride out the storm.
We're making the best of it. Right now, it's almost like home.
But others, like John Hassel, aren't going anywhere. He's determined to stay home and protect his property from the storm and is packing a pistol in case of trouble afterwards.
If anyone comes to my house or one of my neighbors' homes trying to get anything, we won't let it happen.
But no problems have been reported so far. And by mid-afternoon, the streets were empty as the city braced for Hugo.
It's dead down here. I've never seen anything like this. Very spooky.
For coastal Carolina residents, this is the first day to begin coping. Flashlights, batteries, kerosene, and all of life's necessities now seem to be luxury devices. Last-minute preparations brought on a spending spree, with people in search of survival items.
Cigarettes, sodas. You got soup, bread, crackers, stuff like that. Yes, I think so.
Kmart will be closing at 12 o'clock.
At high noon, most stores in nearby coastal communities closed, and it isn't known when they'll reopen. A shortage of ice has existed since yesterday. Clean water is available, but going quickly. This trailer load arrived from Midas Springs near Charlotte earlier in the day.
It's been wild. It's been busy here. We sold more water yesterday probably than we would normally sell in an entire week.
A computerized tracking chart of Hurricane Hugo as it makes its way toward the South Carolina coast. Jerry Wilson from Mecklenburg County's Emergency Management has been posting daily maps of its progress and its possible effects here.
We're expecting possible flooding in low-lying areas that would normally flood. And if we get the type of rain they're calling for, it could be, more flooding than anticipated.
Across town, these engineers were rolling out the floodway maps to look for potential trouble spots. They highlighted locations that will likely flood if there's torrential rain. Spots like this daycare center on Eastway Drive.
Well, generally, 5 inches of rain would create pretty substantial localized flooding, backyard flooding, etc. When it starts getting up towards 10-inch range, we're talking about widespread flooding throughout Charlotte.
We have to still take some precautions because we could still easily see winds anywhere from, say, 50 to 80 miles per hour. Now, if that was to happen, some serious damage could be happening to trees. We could have some power outages.
In Cabarrus County, the Red Cross has already designated the Cannon YMCA as a shelter for 200 residents in Kannapolis.
From the reports that we've heard, we do feel that we need to be ready in the event. I would much rather be prepared and never have to use it than to have it arrive and us not be ready.
say 50-50 chance it's going to get some damage. No matter what I do here, it's going to tear something up.
But no matter what we could have done, we wouldn't have been prepared for what actually happened. Weather forecasters gave us plenty of warning. Charlotte Mecklenburg had just put a new disaster plan into effect. But plans and warnings won't keep a tree off your house or power lines out of the road. Nobody was prepared for Hugo to still be a hurricane 200 miles inland. When we come back, we'll take a look at that night of terror.
This pasta will stay good for a year in your freezer. This dried linguine will outlast most marriages. And this will probably survive the next ice age. On the other hand, Contadina fresh pastas and sauces won't last very long at all. We make them fresh, and we keep them fresh, which naturally gives them a great fresh taste. Contadina fresh pastas and sauces. Our days are numbered, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
Hi, I'm Robert Urich, and if you listen to Easy 102.9, don't watch this. But if you don't listen to Easy, I've got news. They changed their music completely. You know, I'll bet it's your kind of music now. So forget what they used to play and listen to what Easy plays now. The new Easy 102.9. They changed because they want you to listen.
Clean drinking water. Very difficult.
Long lines for water, and even longer lines for gasoline. Patience is needed for survival.
Got here a couple of hours. I finally got up here. And look like I'm gonna be out here soon. I'm gonna get enough. I'm gonna go home and use it for emergency only.
In the market, a restaurant owner digs out. In another part of town, this eating establishment rocked by Hugo fired up its grill with the help of generators and out-of-town employees.
Lined up out the door ever since we got here this morning, 6 o'clock. We're just serving a limited menu, but at least the food's hot.
National Guardsmen remain on duty to keep the peace. For several days, the damage has been easy to spot in the upscale historic district. But blocks away in this low-income housing project, residents continue to dry out. Many units were flooded, and that sent some residents rummaging through donated clothes.
Low-income neighborhood, any neighborhood, you know, everybody has to need help.
Absolutely devastated at this point.
Just the approach to Folly Beach is bad enough, this devastated marina. A boat that took on too much water. Another that rose above it all, now high and dry. But now, in the aftermath, Folly Beach's first casualty, a man falling off a ladder trying to repair his home, an injured back. There are other health problems. Mayor Bob Linville finally found a doctor for advice.
The tetanus shots can only be given now.
Kind of a service of Thanksgiving?
Yeah. But it'll also be a good time for neighbors to see where other neighbors are, things like that. And of course, I'm sure that we can give right up-to-date announcements as far as the community as a whole is concerned.
Old-timers say it was the worst they can remember. Homes that appear to have superficial damage are often in much worse shape. 10 guardsmen have been brought in to keep order. How do you describe the devastation? Well, yes, there's no power, and will be none for at least 2 weeks. But no matter what it may look like, there's no water here as well. Also gone, the Atlantic House, long a landmark in these parts.
To see that the Atlantic House was just totally gone, I mean, it wasn't broken down, it was just gone, and it was heart-rendering, because all these many years, the Atlantic House has seemed to be kind of a silent sentinel for Folly Beach.
Bring your crew on up. They're going to get right here. While this goes right here. This back. You know what? Here's a receipt.
It's been a madhouse.
Hey, 2 pieces. Grab 2 pieces. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
$1 a bag, 2 bags per person, and no limit on age or height. The word spread quickly that the Hair and Ice Company had bags to sell, but a few angry customers didn't feel like they had much time to spare.
When people attempt to try to jump in front of other people, yeah, we've had a few, confrontations, a few arguments, but we're trying to tell everybody to be patient with us.
Patience is requested and also demanded. The National Guard is enforcing good behavior when local ice supplies run short.
For crowd control, just to make sure that everybody stays calm, everybody does what they're supposed to be doing.
I was in this area, I didn't hear.
A visit to the Goldens family home can help put the ice shortages in perspective.
Terrifying noise. Terrible.
This was Claude and Beverly Golden's second month here in their first home. A tree that Hugo delivered to their kitchen has now brought insurance adjusters to their door.
I'm all right during the day, but when I lay down at night, I keep hearing that tree coming through the house. It's a terrible feeling. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
Insurance agents are able to put cash in your hands much faster than they can get a new roof on your home. They're working with contractors who have waiting lists, too.
We'll do what we can to make it as quick as possible, but if someone needs a new roof, it's going to take maybe a few months.
No one panicked. I was more concerned about getting out of the weather, I think. Once we knew we couldn't make it to the hospital and got back here, I felt like everything would be okay.
Everything did work out okay. Jane, her husband Dale, and their 2 other children brought Julie Catherine Dixon into the world, despite the fury of Hugo.
So having the baby, all that, the kids were great. Everybody was composed, and it came along fine.
It was a family affair. Fortunately, the Dixons have a gas stove, so they boiled water, got out flashlights, and headed to a makeshift delivery room.
I had no idea what was going to happen, really. But I thought it was kind of neat. I had to boil the water and hold flashlights and stuff.
Was it easy?
Yeah, but it was exciting.
Everyone else is frantic trying to get debris out of the yard. We're just happy we had a healthy daughter, and it was a pleasant ordeal for us.
And just in case you're wondering, did the Dixons ever consider naming their daughter Hugo?
We heard that, Hugina and a few things, but anyway, that was a name we had chosen earlier, so we just decided to stick with it.
Charleston's second night after Hugo. Home for some may be on a boat, but in the heart of old Charleston, some are returning to home still without electricity and drinkable water. This is the extended family of Charles Gear and some friends.
I think we'll just go to bed earlier and get up with the sun and scrape the mud off.
Is it like camping out for you?
Camping out would be better than staying around here and getting all muddy.
What's it like inside of one of these fine old homes? Mother-in-law Frances Boyd gave us a tour.
You see, the water came up over all this, and all this floated over. The child had gotten the portraits off the wall and taken them upstairs, and that was good. It was good.
Dinner this night is up the street with some neighbors. The last frozen steaks on a grill.
This is it.
What do you do tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I guess we'll eat canned asparagus or something like that.
Add Cinemax. Angel in My Pocket will return after these messages. From Hallmark Entertainment.
You ain't walking in here and burning my orchard.
A season of disaster.
Love is not the only thing that's coming apart at the seams around here.
Jo Beth Williams in A Season of Hope. Coming up next on the FAM Sunday Night Movie Event.
On the next Home and Family, how many people do you know who can name every president in order? You're going to meet a 3-year-old whiz kid who can. Find out what's lurking in your garden soil, and then you're going to meet 2 of our staff members who are living with cancer. Find out how they cope with chemo and work full-time. Friend Tom Bosley's going to be here for a visit, too. I'm Chuck Woolery. Join me and Christina Ferrari from Universal Studios Hollywood, live on the next Home and Family.
Monday at 1 on the Family Channel.
I like bread and butter. I like toasted jam. I like those good and simple things. And that's why I like Spam. And that's why I like Spam.
They cleaned up on the soccer field, but left a mess in your kitchen. You can handle it the hard way, or the hefty way. With hefty tall kitchen bags with twist ties, you get more bags, so you won't run out as often. You choose the hard way or the hefty way.
It's Little Caesars. Stuffed crust pizza and pepperoni stuffed crazy bread for $8.99. You can't afford a big name. Now they want a sports celebrity. We can do sports.
Little Caesars stuffed crust pizza plus cheese and pepperoni stuffed crazy bread carried out just $8.99 or have it delivered. Delivery.
Now it's your time. It's your time. When you get on your ride.
Just a quick reminder from the Grand Am people. Life is good in the right car.
Do you know what's in your ice cream?
The other ice creams taste different, and it's got all these scientific things. Mono and diglycerides. Read the labels, and if it says only milk, cream, sugar, and vanilla, that means it's Breyers, all natural, and natural means made from nature.
Breyers All Natural Ice Cream. Taste, not technology.
I just want to know, is it more cinnamon delicious? This much more cinnamon delicious. Or this much more cinnamon delicious.
Life is a compromise.
Could you call it more cinnamon delicious in a court of law?
Fortunately, it's also a cereal. New Cinnamon Life. The more cinnamon delicious, cinnamon sweet, cinnamon cereal your kids will happily eat.
This new cinnamon life tastes even more cinnamon delicious. That is the idea.
Life is a compromise.
Fortunately, it's also a cereal. Yeah.
Meow Mix now has 4 of your cat's favorite flavors, including new ocean fish. It's a winning combination. Meow Mix. It tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
This week on Home and Family, meet a 3-year-old whiz kid who can name every president in order. A fitness expert who shows you pregnancy exercises for 2. Plus, a professional wedding planner will give you all the tips Roseanne had to pay big bucks for. Also learn the secrets to dating successfully in the 90s. Our friends Tom Bosley, Pat Sajak, they're going to be here. Hope you will be, too. Join Christina Ferrari and me, Chuck Woolery, on Home and Family.
A new concept in daytime television, Home and Family, weekdays at 1 on the Family Channel.
Every woman's worst fear is to send her husband to sea.
My mom still cries when she thinks nobody's around.
But her worst nightmare is to send her only son. From Hallmark Entertainment, a Family Channel original world premiere movie presentation. Robert Urich stars in the Rudyard Kipling classic, Captain's Courageous, premiering April 21st on the FAM Sunday Night Movie Event.
Kenzie, how are you? Hey, fine. How you doing, buddy? You're a dog. Say. Say. Hey. Hey. Come on. Hey, girl. Yes, that was Shelby's noise. We had to censor out that version. Attic fan installed by Bill. Awesome. A new addition to the homestead, valued at approximately $175. Oh, Lindsay. Yeah? Come here just a moment. The new bar. Mirrors involved. Flowers. Hey, Bill. I'm gonna have to get a little more neon look to it just a moment. I'm gonna step right up to Bill's bar. The glass involved there. The NBA pin set, which we have all NBA teams, as you can see, even the Hornets on the bottom right-hand side there. And the Lakers back-to-back pin they got. Spud and Kinsey action up there. Spuds, Wolfpack Soda, Carolina, Blue Carolina. We got our assortment of shot glasses. Our collection groweth daily. Okay. Lindsay's autographed ball by her undefeated teammates and the team of the year. The team. Excuse me. The team. Here. And of course we got our Clemson clock, and that's it. Rammy Whammy's out. Roses. We're out of here. And the feel of the bar from across the room shot. How the style and profile of the bar looks to the average Joe customer. Looking good. And we'll talk to y'all later. You don't care? Huh? Oh, you're going to have one of them attitudes, huh? That's fine. The last time you have anybody come spend a day with you on a Sunday? Well, you've been saying card pumpkin, so I'm carving the pumpkin and you're over there whining. I mean, I'll quit carving stupid things. throw it away, won't that?
You can't sit down on the floor and eat that, Matthew. Not with the dogs in here. Hey, Freckle Face. Fred. Hey, Freckles. This is October the 29th.
Date it, you know.
How? Well, I don't know how.
Pause it. Pause it.
You are so smart.
That's what I get paid for, baby. Take care of you.
That's called a what, Matt?
Evil pumpkin.
Poor thing would have to be cut.
Lindsay's dead, I think.
Zach's dead. She's in a bath. I'll let her slide. She don't feel good.
We're little. That mouth about to fall off.
Started that. Trust me, I am the man. Shelby, what do you think about our evil pumpkin?
Ooh, that's good.
Look alright?
That's evil, alright. That's
Bo
scaring
Jackson
me.
scored a touchdown, 73 yards.
Get a glimpse of the house. Ooh, scared me. Bono's Diddley, huh?
Bono's Jackson. But he's playing for he played baseball too. I forget, but they got blue, white, and red.
So how's it coming there, bud? think I'm recording some of the things that we have in the house, like the VCR, TV. Really, it's kind of hard to record the VCR, isn't it? Mm-hmm. In front of the mirror? Good idea. Oh, hey dogs, there you are. Camcorder model. With the, okay.
Stop your battery and save it.
Focus in on it. Matthew, you writing away, son.
Halloween
Dad, can we
1989.
put a Halloween cake?
Ooh. Okay, good enough. Get the skull
Can I
side.
see it?
Leave it lit up for a while?
Yeah.
Well, then watch it. Put the top up boil. Take the top off, though, so it don't burn it up. Hot. You said top on.
What?
It's melting.
Okay. That's good. Just leave it like that, guys. Back up, Matthew. You always turn to your phone.
When the
Come here. I did my part. Get that out now.
Yes, darling.
Can I have more of it, please?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can eat it. Can I have it the rest?
No. There you are. What?
Can I have the rest?
What, Lindsay? No, I'm not.
We're assuming everybody likes white meat in this family.
Yeah. Get that, Matthew.
We'll cut the legs off. Pretty dark meat. sticks for that much shit. I'll take care of it. I'm making these. I'm impressed. Ooh. Hey, watch my gravy there, Bray.
Well, I got 8 of these.
Hey, I'm videoing.
You actually videoing?
This is squish taters.
Huh?
Squish taters. You check the card.
Oh, I zoomed in on that stuff, Bolin. I didn't know what it was.
Somebody wants to know who this is.
Ask who that
I don't
is.
tell who mommy is on the phone.
Who else that is?
I know, really.
Who is this? Yeah. Brian. Brian, telephone. Who is this? Is Brian there?
Don't matter who you're on there, just Brian there.
Hey, Greg, look. Batman. Let me see it, Robert. Look at the lights there. What lights?
Did you drink out of that cup already? You didn't? Because I don't know who's talking.
Batman here. Hey, Lucky. Who are you? Oh, you're the Moody Brother.
Turkey. Got a little bit of meat in it.
Hey, this is right here where we live.
Oh, wait a minute, Pat. Don't do that. I got the ice.
Hey, Brian.
Y'all eat white meat or dark meat, guys?
You want to see our gun?
Doesn't matter, man.
Gregory. Look, Brian. Look at the gun. Look, the gun. We live right here in the trigger. Okay? See, we live right here in that gun. See that ugly thing? This is where you load the bullets. This is where we live. That over here, Charlotte, that's the capital is Raleigh. See, look.
Get the Happy Thanksgiving sign. I just noticed. Oh, we did it at work on the computer.
Is this Massachusetts, please?
Get hungry anymore. Maybe that's it. That's big. Hey, big boy. I've been saying that for 10 minutes.
Gravage.
Big boy. Gravage there.
Oops. Pepperidge Farm. Pepperidge Farm.
Long Beach here.
Oh, yeah, make lumps in the gravy. I think these potatoes are mashed good enough.
Think they're good enough?
Yeah.
finish them up. I never did.
That's all right. I just kind of stirred it. You want anything else in it?
I didn't know if you wanted any more milk in it or not. Well, just the thing is, they can go.
All right.
You know, they'll take it all. Got it?
Check this out. No, there it is. Right there. That's it.
Hey, Mama! Hey! When's the Christmas show coming on?
Tonight. 2 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry. The parade.
I'll sit right here on the side. Oh, there it is. Put it back up. I ain't done with that.
You have to get this off here.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to get it from the back.
Takes 2 to handle a whopper.
Two people who aren't eating at the table, here's your napkins.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, Billy, look. Uh-oh. What? Broccoli's done. It is?
Well, it should be done.
Yeah, okay. These two we could probably put in together. This little stuffing and the... Yeah, it's hot. Those two maybe fit it together. What do you think?
I had that too. That's what's wrong with it.
Get out of my way!
I just sit down.
Let's just see if it's I did. What are you looking at?
Before you pick it up.
You better look at that turkey before you put it. I can do a dance that you can't do.
Everything.
Want me to do it? Do you? Gregory. You want me to do it?
You want to? What's going on there?
Camera it. Camera. Here it goes. Gregory. Camera it. Greg, camera it. Camera it. Camera it. Greg.
Both of them?
Yeah.
You're not staying?
Stuff for them.
Do the kitten play. Bravo! 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 Bravo!
Matt, got a wing for you, Matt. Okay? I'm going to put it in there for what it's
Gregory,
smooth.
take us doing cheers. Okay?
Smooth as a baby's rear end.
What's the matter with that?
Just lumping a
I
little
don't
bit.
think the flour's lumping.
Well,
I
it's
think
probably
that's
not.
just
It's probably
in there. This is
Probably a combination.
Gregory.
Billy's still carving.
Cheers. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. After you talk too much, I can drink on that. Cheers.
You have another plate for this one?
We got a drink.
We'll just leave the gravy on the refrigerator. Have another plate for this one? I'd like to go ahead and finish while I'm doing it. I'm not doing this late. Yeah, but if somebody wants to carve it, you're going to dig to the bottom to get it. You know that's enough. Just leave it here and then carve the other later. I'm not carving when it gets cold. I'll carve it when it gets cold. No, you won't. You'll say, oh, I don't feel like it. I'm smooth. I'm
well, if
bobbing
it's in
on the
the ice
couch.
bucket, if it's pushed together.
Bobbing on the couch.
Bobbing on the couch.
I think everything's fine, Matt. Okay, can I get the kids started?